to this service, you're always a bit anxious and hopeful that everyone's still going to come and enjoy the evening, and just to stand here and look at everyone here gives us great pride, and we thank you so much for being here again, and we hope you enjoy this evening. We welcome our guests, the Worshipful Mayor of Southwark, Councillor Michael Sittu. We welcome from the Ministry of Defence, Clive Montelier, OBE, Steve Brown, Dean Vaughan, Izzy English, Lieutenant Ben Cunningham, and Lieutenant Colonel H. Lockwood. Thank you for being with us.
In September this year, Bishop Caraway Dorgu spirited away. He was an inspirational man who did so much for so many. We remember him fondly, and we give thanks for his remarkable life. We welcome his family who have kindly joined us tonight.
From our chosen charity, Child Bereavement UK, Chief Executive Anne Chalmers and Executive Manager Sue Randall, the work of people at Child Bereavement do is amazing. And having listened to and spoken with many families now that have suffered the unbearable loss of losing a child, they honestly don't know how they would have got to where they are now without Child Bereavement UK, without the care and support they've had. So whatever you can give tonight will go to help them continue to offer that much needed support to those families. There are donation boxes and QR codes around the garden to take you straight to Child Bereavement UK if you're able to make a donation. Thank you.
We welcome the Dean of St George's Cathedral and recently appointed Canon Michael Branch, Rural Deans Reverend Canon Allen and Father Mark Nichols. Members of all of our clergy from local churches and Kent as well, and celebrants that have joined us tonight, welcome and thank you for being here.
And of course, a big welcome to all of you. Earlier this evening, a wreath was laid at the military tree by the Mayor of Southwark, Councillor Michael Sittu, in memory of all those that have fallen in past wars and those who have lost their lives in recent and current conflicts. Our flag has been lowered in their memory. When preparing for tonight, I said to John, whatever you do, don't try to be too charming, witty or intelligent. Just be yourself.
Thank you all for being here tonight. It's so great to see so many of you here, so many familiar faces. Many of you, of course, come year after year, come wind, rain or snow. Some of you, of course, have lost your loved ones recently and are here tonight for the very first time. Probably not really knowing what to expect. You see the screens, the lighting, the sacred ark. Simon and I standing here as if we're about to do a Christmas duo next to the tree, but you wouldn't want that, trust me. I mean, I can sing, he cannot sing a note. But you wouldn't be wrong to wonder, what's it all about? Every part of tonight's service has got a distinctive meaning.
The Ark has become a symbolic part of this service over the years. It was built back in 2007 to house the ashes of the stars that were placed upon the tree in previous years. Stars that were kept each year by our dad. Many of the people who wrote those original messages have since passed, and their loved ones have sent their messages to them through their stars. And all the ashes rest in the Ark together as the circle of life continues. The Ark remains in this garden throughout the year and is brought out at the beginning of December for this social service.
The stars, they have your words written on them. They represent a piece of your heart that has travelled through your mind and onto your star. All the stars from every year are transformed into ashes here in the garden, and then they're blessed and placed into that sacred ark. So tonight marks 23 years of stars inside that ark. All those thoughts from years past are still here with us tonight. It's a ritual that our lovely dad created from his thoughts and feelings, all of which were manifested really from his own experience of grief many years ago. The reason it was so important to him is the same reason it will always continue to be so important to us. Every star represents the part of us that's missing. The void that cannot be filled. They're a symbol of our grief.
When someone you love dies, you don't lose them all at once. You lose them in pieces over a long time. the way the post stops coming and their scent fades from the pillars and even on the clothes in their closet and drawers. Gradually you accumulate the parts of them that are gone. Just when the day comes when there's a particular missing part that overwhelms you with the feeling that they are gone forever, there comes another day and another specifically missing part. Each year you come here to this special place, a safe and nurturing space where you can reflect, connect and heal. It takes a moment to say hello and forever to say goodbye.
We come together tonight and we remember everyone we've lost in our lives. But no one bereavement is the same. How we feel has been personalised by our life's journey. The photo album of memories in our mind is the one and only edition. Cannot be copied or rewritten. It's ours to look back at always. But as life takes us forward, it's our perspective that alters the way we view things. I've learned that we can't control the waves of pain, how often they come at us or how hard they hit us. A slight sense of a smell can take us right back to our childhood in an instant. A song on the radio can break us instantly, can't it? But our perspective changes frequently. Time doesn't heal, but it's with time that we can learn to adjust our focus a little by not just believing or hoping that they are always with us, but by including them in all that we are doing in our lives. Bring them into your conversations and your discussions. Question, like, what would they say? What would they do at this point? When something reminds you of them, let it be known. Don't suppress the way you're feeling or what you want to say because you don't want to upset others. Take every opportunity to talk about the ones you love and miss, because the relationship we shared with them, it never really died. Love is everything in life. And it's the one thing I believe we get to take with us and leave behind when it's our time to depart this world. May your love be a comfort to you, especially over Christmas time. Now, let us remember together.
The ark, placed ready on the path, will be carried by my son James, adopted son William, and John's sons John and Danny. The ark will be led by our conductor Chris. The ark will be ceremoniously carried to the stage and placed in position with the aid of the Albins team. The ashes of last year's stars will be carried by John's daughters Marylou and Maggiemae to the stage to be blessed by Canon Michael Branch. The ashes will then be placed into the ark with all the previous year's stars.
As they pass, a rose will be laid at the plot of Maureen Barker by her son Lee, a lady who gave so much vibrancy, so much life to this garden and so much of her life. And then a rose will be laid at the grave of the man who dreamed of this garden and then went and created it, at Barry Albin-Dyer. The rose will be laid by his partner Jackie. And their spirit, like all of our loved ones' spirits, will be with us tonight and remains with us always.
Death leaves a heartache no one can heal. Love leaves a memory no one can steal. And so our service begins. As well as a means of communication, it's become a place where people live, as some spend so much time on social media, especially those living away from their families. Social media helps create and sustain that emotional bond that we need. It keeps us connected to our friends and family. It keeps us updated with current news and events going on in the world. Whilst all these platforms can be great, they can also be a negative and misleading source of information. It can be addictive, disrupt our lives. They can have an impact on children as they're exposed to a lot of information. Like everything, there are pros and cons. Social media has changed the way we grieve also. We still go through the same processes, but now there are new ways to show and express our grief. In the last few years, it has become a significant part of how we communicate our grief. Through social media, there are a range of platforms where we can share condolences with the bereaved, pay tribute to lost loved ones, and express our own grief with others. It's a way of not imposing yourself on someone, but letting them know you are there and you care and thinking of them. If people find that grieving via social media helps, then we need to embrace the potential to seek and provide solace in new ways. Words have the power to both destroy and heal, but when words are both true and kind, they can also change our world. There's so much going on in the world right now, and life is filled with much uncertainty. We want to feel safe, and we want our children to feel safe, but it's not easy when we see so much conflict and hate around the world, much of it through these social media platforms. It's hard to know where to put our trust, or to have confidence in something or someone. It's hard to have faith in God and our religion when we see so much hurt and despair. But it's during our darkest moments that we must focus to see the light. I recently attended the Faith in the Community Awards. It was amazing to see people from different faiths coming together to make a positive impact in their communities. These charitable volunteer groups are doing such important work, supporting those who need it the most. It was heartwarming to see these efforts being acknowledged and rewarded. It's moments like these that remind you of the power of unity and compassion. It made me realise it's no good sitting around waiting for change to happen. Change starts with ourselves. It starts at home and it starts in our communities and cities. Together we can make a difference and there can be peace again. Let your hopes, not your hurts, shape your future.
Simon and I, quite recently, were conducting a funeral at St Peter's Church in Liverpool Grove in Walworth. And we was absolutely taken back by the most incredible gospel choir. We both looked at each other and we said, we have to have them at this year's Ireland service. And what I loved is that they really wanted to do this. They understood, they got it, they understood the meaning of what it's all about. And they have worked tirelessly, rehearsing and getting their performance right. They're not used to performing out in the cold like this, so I apologise to you all for that. But they're here, and I know they won't mind me announcing them as the Albins Gospel Choir tonight. And they're performing U2's song 1. As they do, please do turn your attention to the screens as we play the video reflecting on the year and the need for peace and for change. When someone you love becomes a memory, the memory becomes a treasure. You've been writing your special messages to your treasures on the Albin stars, and it will shortly be time to pass them forward to the Albins team and place them upon the Christmas tree. Tonight and always, may your loving memories bring you peace, comfort and strength.
As we prepare to pass those stars forward, our gospel choir will perform a specially chosen piece, One Sweet Day. A few thank yous before we finish. A very, very big thank you and well done to our director and production manager, Gregory Mancini. Greg puts his heart and soul into this special night, really understands the importance of it, so thank you, Greg, and the team.
To our conductor and visual editor, Danny O'Callaghan, for preparing the video we have shared tonight and coordinating the music pieces. And a big thank you to Aaron and his team, his wonderful production team who film all the way through and never let us down. They're great, thank you.
The highlights of this evening will be available in a couple of days' time online. To our soloist, Britton, for a wonderful singing.
And thank you to all of our readers, to all the Albin staff who come to work each day with a real purpose and take great pride in their roles, looking after families and their loved ones like they were their own. And thank you once again for all your amazing efforts and giving your time tonight.
Special thank you to Barry Knight and our gospel choir for their fantastic performances tonight. Really special. In just a moment, they will perform 2 more songs to end our service this evening. During the second piece, we shall be letting off fireworks to create a great finale. So please ensure you stay to the end.
Following the finale, you're welcome to join us in the courtyard for warm refreshments, mince pies, whilst the gospel choir are going to entertain us a bit with some favourite Christmas songs.
Thank you to all our guests for being here this evening. Thank you to our neighbours, the Evangelical Church, for supporting this event and allowing us to use their car park and everything.
Yeah, and thank you, of course, to you all for being here throughout this cold weather. You know what, I'm going to thank God because the weather was not looking good. And whatever's happened, I think all of your loved ones, all of our loved ones have come together up there and made this like it is tonight. So thank
put
you
a
to
little
you
blanket of warmth over us. Yeah. I'm going to finish with a little quote from Anne Frank. Everyone has inside of them a piece of good news. The good news is that you don't know how great you can be, how much you can love, what you can accomplish, and what your potential is. Thank you and God bless.
We're very pleased to bring you to that point, as we do every year, Father Magnus, for the Norwegian Church traditional blessing.
Have a wonderful Christmas and Happy New Year. God bless you.
Thank you.
We'll leave now with our gospel choir. Thank you.